need development.
Sawa sawa.
Yeah.
Tutazame hii video ya Mheshimiwa Senator Kina Ledama na baada ya hapo tutarejea studio.
Which has been read by Senator Mwaruma. Mr. Speaker, in this country today, our teachers are suffering. In fact, I've been agonizing on what to do, either to bring another petition here because of the welfare of the teachers. We have over 30,000 teachers who have died, and they have not been compensated as per the law. Their families have not been compensated. We pass laws in this country, in this House. We have the PSSS Act, which we pass to ensure that there is personal liability or, disability, but the teachers are never compensated. Now we have a crisis where, in fact, everybody has been talking about the challenges that the teachers go through in this term. The teachers have been crying to the Teacher Service Commission and say, transfer us there. Today, we have another challenge of teachers who are living in very dilapidated hardship areas like Taita Taveta and also Narok County, Mr. Speaker. These teachers are the ones who are responsible for us to be here. We don't care about our teachers. Mr. Speaker, it's about time that this House prioritize these teachers. Whenever I go back to my rural area and I meet people who taught me, persons who I believe are the ones who contributed to me being here, I feel very sorry for them. So I want to support this petition, and I hope that when the committee is going to be looking at this, we can extend it to other parts of this country. Narok County, Kajiado County, Lamu County, Garissa County, Kitui. We just have to be realistic. Mr. Speaker, in a few years' time, and I like because everybody is aware of this, in 100 years, none of us will be here. In 50 years, maybe most of us will not be here, we'll be gone. And in 100 years, we'll be forgotten. Can we do something that at least maybe the future generation will think about us? And they'll say they supported my great-grandmother who was a teacher, who was living, who could not be able to get a house, who would trek, use a motorbike to go to school, to be able to make sure that we have leaders in this country. So, Mr. Speaker, I support that, and I want to really call upon the Teacher Service Commission. If there is an agreement that you've passed, why not commit to it? Why are we having this bad behavior where we are quick to sign a covenant, but then we are very fast in running away from it? So this petition, I fully support. Now I go to the second petition, which is of paramount importance. A few years ago, Mr. Speaker, we had a very interesting situation in this country, Nairobi County, when the former governor, Mike Mbuvi Sonko, was impeached by this House. In fact, I'll go on record in saying I did not impeach Sonko. And some of the challenges that we faced while Sonko was impeached is that by the time Sonko was impeached, his deputy, whom he had chosen as per the Constitution, had resigned. There was no law. But then we referred back to the law and we started thinking what the framers of the Constitution had in mind when they say that the person to be elected has got to choose someone to be his running mate or her running mate. What we forgot is that the people we represent in this House do not only vote for a governor, they look at the entire team. So I think this amendment or proposal or petition is something worth looking at. I think it may require a referendum, but it's something worth for us to be able to debate. We have the issues of the deputy governors as well. We have the issues of the deputy president. It is very interesting because when you read the Constitution, one of the qualifications for a person to be able to serve as a deputy governor or deputy president is that he or she must have the qualification to be elected as a governor. But there's an interesting thing here, which I think is something that we need to discuss. The petition introduces something saying, with the way we are dealing with issues currently, we get somebody who is not popular. So are we electing people who are popular, or are we electing people who the Constitution said they can qualify to become elected as either president or governor? So I think it's important. I don't necessarily maybe agree with the suggestions that the petitioner is suggesting, that maybe a governor nominates a county secretary, or the president nominates a cabinet secretary. But these are things which we can legislate on, we can discuss. And it has come at the very good time, Mr. Speaker, when we are talking about the national dialogue. You know, the committee which is led by, on our side, by the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, and on the other side, by Kimani Ichung'wah, the majority leader of the National Assembly, is calling upon people. Maybe it is time that this petitioner also submits his views in that national dialogue. If we are talking about fixing this country for future generations, not for us. You know, Mr. Speaker, we can spend all the time accumulating all the wealth. But I just want to remind us that we are only here for a very short time. So, Mr. Speaker, I support these petitions, both of them, for us to think about the future, not about us. Let's think about the future. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Senators, you know, we risk the 30 minutes to be utilized by
Naam, hivyo ndivyo ambavyo mambo yameweza kwenda katika Senate pale. Na huyo ni Senator Kina Ledama kutoka Narok,
kutoka Narok kabisa.
Yeah, kutoka Narok County, na ameweza kuzungumza mengi sana. Comment yako babangu hapo.
Sasa kuna kitu ameongea hapo ya maana sana. Ameongea juu ya 30,000 teachers